Welcome to our channel. We are Technic Force and we help grow your business online. Please hit the subscribe button to get more updates. Access new content policy. What's that?
Users of X, the platform formerly known as Twitter, likely notice a pop-up when logging in. The prompt asks them to agree to access new privacy policy and terms of service. With Elon Musk changing so much on the platform, any updates could be pretty significant for users. The new privacy policy inserts wording that says X can use data on the platform to train AI models, collect metadata for encrypted messages, and store data related to a user's biometric information. Now, let's take a look at the new terms of service.
This new terms of service, which will go in effect on November the 15th, as seen here, had some potentially concerning changes. So we can see this user here, Pirate Software, pointing out the new terms of service update and highlighting this specific portion, which appears to have changed. So here are the terms of service as they look like before. Feel free to pause and read, or I will link the terms of service in the description below. And you can see here they highlighted that there is a change to this particular paragraph. This Twitter user makes it a little bit clearer by highlighting, so I'm going to refer to this image. The user states all the poor artists and creators on Twitter, prior to today, you could opt out of having your posts used for AI generative training. The new amended terms and conditions have made it impossible to do so. So we have this portion, which has basically always been in the terms of service, which says by posting or displaying content on or through the services you grant us a worldwide non-exclusive royalty-free license with the right to sublicense to use, copy, reproduce, process, adapt, modify, publish, transmit, display, upload, download, and distribute such content in any and all media or distribution methods now known or later developed for any purpose. For clarity, these rights include, for example, curating, transforming, and translating. This license authorizes us to make your content available to the rest of the world and let others do the same. And then here's the new portion. You agree that this license includes the right for us to analyze the text and other information you provide and otherwise provide, promote, and improve the services, including, for example, for use with and training of our machine learning and artificial intelligence models, whether generative or another type. So as we can see on the official website, here are the new terms of service. So you've got the old ones below. It did not contain that particular part that I just read out, which mentioned the generative AI. Again, I'll link this below in the description should you want to read further. And it's here in this section where we can find this part that's new about generative AI. So the way it worked before is you could actually opt out. So if you went into the settings, the privacy settings, there was this which you could toggle off, which says allow your posts as well as your interactions, inputs, and results with Grok to be used for training and fine-tuning. To continuously improve your experience, we may utilize your X posts as well as your user interactions, inputs, and results with Grok for training and fine-tuning purposes. This also means that your interactions, inputs, and results may also be shared with our service provider XAI for these purposes, and we can see that you could actually toggle this off. But with these new terms of services, now everything you say, everything you tweet, everything you post, including your artwork and photos you care about, that can automatically be used as data to train Twitter's AI Grok. Similar situation with Meta, who owns Facebook, Instagram, etc. In order to protect themselves legally, Meta had to introduce an opt-out option, although this wasn't available for everybody around the world. If you were American, you just couldn't opt out. I can't speak for other countries, but EU citizens were allowed to opt out because of the GDPR, aka the General Data Protection Regulation, which protected them from this particular use of their data in that instance. I'm not currently sure how the same thing is going to play out when it comes to Twitter's decision, but anyway, let's see what people think of this decision. So we had some people confused about whether this opt-out would still work or not, but here we have Pirate Software pointing out that the changes that the content can specifically be used for generative AI. They made that super clear in the new terms of service. Not just improvements to machine learning that could just include things like taking data about how long a user is interacting with AI, their level of engagement and response to certain features or changes, etc. But yeah, they have specified they can use your data to train their generative AI. Agreeing to the terms of service and posting on Twitter is consenting to this. Again, we've got people being upset, as they usually are, about their work being used for things that they wouldn't consent to if they had a choice, which is just like a long-standing issue when it comes to the topic of generative AI. Another thing I've seen a couple people bring up is the time-old issue of people reposting other people's stuff. For example, if you really don't want to have your content used to train generative AI, then the only real way of opting out is you literally would just delete your account and everything on it. But even if you do abandon Twitter, delete everything, and go to another platform, people could still repost your art onto Twitter without your permission, and that it would be eligible for being used as data to train the AI. Interestingly, we have a user here pointing out that the fact the user can repost stuff onto Twitter kind of gives Twitter like a plausible deniability if copyrighted material ends up being reproduced by their AI. There's discussions of people covering their work in watermark or using nightshade. We've got also people pointing out that there's already so AI art and AI content on Twitter that it might actually not be a very good data set for the AI in the first place. Over time, as more AI generated work ends up on the internet and then gets fed back into AI for training data, it actually overall reduces the quality of the output. Along with this change to the terms of service, Twitter's changing the way that the block function works as well. Basically, before this change, blocking worked, like blocking usually is supposed to. AKA, if you block somebody, they can see your account, they can interact with your account, they can see your post. Now, interestingly, people you block can't interact with your post, but they can still see your profile and everything you're posting. Some people argue that this makes the feature essentially useless, like people who you block can still stalk you. I mean, they could always create another account anyway, but this just makes it less annoying. They don't need to create another account anymore. They could still harass users publicly by screenshotting and posting about their still visible tweets, even if they can't directly engage.
So what do you guys think of this situation? Do you post on Twitter? And if so, will you continue posting on Twitter? Please let me know how you're feeling about this situation in the comment section.
Before we end this video, let me introduce to you AI Collective. Experience the feature of AI content generation. It's time to meet the Avengers of AI and never pay for AI again. Unlock creative genius you never thought possible with 50 plus AI in one dashboard. Boost creativity, refine ideas, gain new perspectives, and create content like never before with ease. Why all AIs in a single place? Eliminate the guesswork and deliver content with diverse capabilities, enhanced creativity, improved quality, increased efficiency, flexibility and customization, error reduction, scalability, innovation and experimentation, cost efficiencies, market responsiveness, ranging from the traditional copywriting and image creation to document and data analysis to the less obvious web app development and design. The possibilities are endless, and it all can be yours. Get the best answers from any AI. AI Collective does everything. AI Collective helps creators get better results for every project. So try AI Collective now. Go to getaicollective.in.
If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more content, and ring that notification bell. And if you have any questions, please leave a comment below. Thanks for watching.